Good morning. It's Jane Cooke Lauder calling in from Toronto, Canada. Joining me is Dr. Anne van Eron from, I think, Anne, you are in Chicago.
Yes, it's cold today.
And we've been having this interesting conversation about being open-minded. And the way you position the benefits and the possibilities, it just seems like so obvious as to, why wouldn't we all want to be in that space and embrace it? And yet, even when we want to, it's not always that easy. And so it seems to me that being in that space, being able to be in that space, requires some self-work. So your thoughts, you've done the studying, you've done the research. Does my instinct map to your study?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first step is just seeing the power and having the intention to be open and realizing, okay, that would be a good thing. Obviously the benefits are that we have access to this part of our brain that sees possibilities. And also we can be more resilient because, we're all facing the pandemic and trauma, change. There's so much uncertainty, so we need to be resilient. So we know that's a benefit, and just our personal well-being of being open. I feel like I have a better quality of life. Someone who just read my book said they're having a better just the concept of being open, even in their own. I think this person had the COVID, and they said just reading the book and just being open in their bed, they felt better. So it's a sense of more well-being that we have, and I think it's just a sense of thriving if we adopt this. But I think you're right. It doesn't happen just like we say, I want to be a cook. I can't just say I want to be a cook. I want to be a swimmer. We have to work and develop. I call it developing the mental muscle, and it's essentially building a habit and a pattern. I'm an older person, so I have years of pattern of being stressed, being judgmental, closing down in the face of potential problems. But I can build the muscle. So again, I think several things are a part of this. One is having the intention. Two is literally practicing being grounded in my body, so being present. So that means literally feeling my feet on the ground. A simple action I give a lot of my clients is just as you walk from one room to the next, feel your feet on the ground instead of thinking about what could go wrong, the past or the future, being present. And then building the pattern of looking for what the possibilities are in things that we don't like. Okay, so my meeting was canceled. Okay, I don't like that. What might be possible? Maybe another meeting can be developed. Maybe I'll create something. But building the pattern of looking for possibilities. Also just being connected with gratefulness, is another, letting our shifting from this is not working to being grateful for what I have, what's possible here, appreciating the person in front of me. So there are many little things we can do, connecting with the meaning that we've had in the day before in our life, just reflecting on our values and knowing what's important to us. So those are just asking a question, trying to be open-minded, asking a good question, like tell me more. So there's a lot of little possibilities of building this muscle.
Mm-hmm. So much of that I hear as building your self-awareness, right?
Absolutely.
How you are, that sense of presence in your body, grounded on the floor, your own values. What about from the standpoint of being confident? We want to be right. We want to be confident. And sometimes we have viewpoints, we have attitudes that we're not particularly proud of. Things that have happened in our lives that have caused us to be in a certain way, to have those judgments that you were talking about. So as we're moving to being more open, we're also now, in a sense, allowing people to poke at that, to perhaps we might have to shift or to think, which can be uncomfortable and difficult. So is there self-work that we can do to help us stay in the open space, as opposed to when feeling poked at, jumping back into the defensive amygdala posture?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously you're correct in that I think it's actually noticing that sensation. To me, the confidence is a new form of confidence.
Nice.
The confidence comes from knowing that you can be open and that you don't have to have all the answers, which is a total different viewpoint than that I grew up with. I have a doctorate, I've studied, get the answer, get it right, do it well, all that kind of pushing and striving. And our managers, all of the corporate managers have to have it right, look good. Actually, people are more drawn toward leaders that are a bit more vulnerable, that say, hey, let's figure it out together. We all know that everything is up for grabs in a way right now. We're at a very unique time in the world. So, everything needs to be relooked at. Not everything, but most things do. But the confidence comes from actually knowing that you can have conversations with others, that that you can be open yourself, and that you can, because emotions are contagious. This openness is contagious. I know if I stay open, it impacts others. That's really where the confidence comes from in my mind.
So with your research, what I'm hearing is that in inviting people into this open space, you're not suggesting years and years of self-analysis to go figure out all of these things that happen to you and make sense of them, that you can be who you are and adopt and embrace an open space, an open stance.
And that is really very thrilling, as a person who's done years and years of work on myself and then all those pieces. It's really a real thrilling to be able to say, okay, I'm going to be open. I'm a person. We all have our habitual patterns, and we can learn new patterns. So we can learn to be in this open state.
Thank you, Anne.
Yeah, thank you.